What's good everyone, this is Crypto Captain back with a new video, and today I'm going to be talking about the new price action of Bitcoin and what's been going on since the last week. So let's dive right into it. So everything we have been saying has been going according to plan since the bottom of 74.5k Bitcoin, when everyone thought that Bitcoin was heading lower to 60 and 50k and that it was all Jova, as they say on Discord. But that wasn't the case, and since then we've drawn our Fibonacci retracement tool and we've seen from the high to the low that Bitcoin broke this descending triangle pattern and it has had an outbreak to the upside to retest all-time high. But here is the thing, as I said a week or so ago, that Bitcoin would potentially struggle at all-time high and we could see potentially a pullback or a retest on the all-time high after breaking out, and that's exactly what has happened. So the continuation looks like it will continue to new all-time highs and potentially a huge breakout for Bitcoin. So what we like to see is when the price action breaks above the all-time high, when there is a pullback and a retest to the all-time high that is used as support, then what we can see is a price continuation further and usually an outbreak from this pattern. So there's a lot of people longing here, I can tell, and what they're expecting is a huge breakout now to the 1.618 level, which is 130k roughly. And this could happen very fast, just like we've seen in the last weeks. If I change the time frame, we have seen Bitcoin rise from this downtrend since the last 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks, so nearly 2 months, and it's already retested the all-time high and it's using the all-time high as support, and now it's looking like the momentum is going to keep on picking up. There's going to be a lot of buying, and this is when things are going to get very interesting, I believe. And all the indicators from the global liquidity to the MACD showing that there's going to be gaining momentum, and the breakout from the downtrend, complete breakout, shows that there's a lot of momentum right now. And the interesting thing is that retail is not showing any interest on the graph, with the majority of retail on crypto, and Bitcoin is breaking all-time high, and that's just absolutely bizarre. So this just shows how we're not finished with this cycle yet, and there's actually still a lot of fuel left in the tank. Potentially, I'm thinking 130k for sure, but I don't think that Bitcoin will be done then. I think definitely 166k is in the cards for Bitcoin, and you'll know when there's a lot of retail people in the general public talking about Bitcoin and starting to research and learn more about it, but actually it's going to be too late because Bitcoin would have such huge euphoria in the market and everyone's going to be talking about it, and that's when you know maybe it's time to get out and the top might be called in. But we're not seeing any of that now, and we're seeing no euphoria or not much greed right now, and Bitcoin is breaking its all-time high in history, which is absolutely historical and phenomenal. Now I still think there's a possibility that Bitcoin may suddenly lose its strong momentum to the upside and there will be a fake out and potentially a pullback, maybe to one of these strong supports. I don't think that Bitcoin will pull back to 90k, but it still could be possible when people least expect it. However, I do think that the overall uptrend is definitely in play here, and even if Bitcoin comes to like 100k support pullback, it will then skyrocket to the 1618 level with ease, and there's just going to be a lot of retail investors starting to gain interest in the next weeks for sure. And my prediction for the alt season to begin, when things really get interesting and there's a lot of money to be made in altcoins, when the money flows from Bitcoin and into altcoins, is probably going to be August to November of this year. I think is a good estimation prediction. Potentially even a bit later this year, so maybe October, November, December as a blow off top for the altcoin season, and when the best alts perform after Bitcoin has topped for this cycle, which could very well potentially be 166k. And best case scenario, even though it seems like a long shot, but things can get very, very interesting this cycle and pick up very fast when people least expect it. A 200k target max is best case scenario for me in this cycle. Thank you for tuning in today's episode. I'm going to be making more videos about Casper and Casper technical analysis, and also Bitcoin, and also going to bring ETH into the picture as well, so you guys are informed in what I think is happening in the market. And if you've liked the content today, please remember to like and subscribe to help the algorithm and build my channel. And I'll see you very soon in the next video. See you soon.